Okay, so this is basically today's tutorial. If you all did it, it will be 10 grammar questions and 4 different grammar clues. Now, today we're going to learn about grammar MCQs first. Grammar MCQs are the first part. So when you open up paper 2, English got 4 papers, right? Paper 1 is about composition, writing. Paper 2 is about all these comprehension, synthesis and transformation, grammar, all of these. Paper 2 is the bulk, right? So in paper 2, if you open up, right, the first page, okay, the second page will be 10 questions on grammar MCQs. So that's what we're going to do today, okay? We're going to start with that first. Now, grammar means everything that's written. Grammar, I already told you what is written, right? Writing it properly. Now, there are a few things that you can actually take note of. I've actually copied and pasted this slide on your chat box. Do you see it? Do you see in your chat box? Okay, this one I want you to keep because when I go through the questions, I will ask you what are they testing you for. It will be either one of these 8 things, okay? So if I look at question 1, I'll ask you, okay, so this question, what are they testing you for? Are they testing you for tenses? Are they testing you for subject verb agreement? I'm going to explain all of these, don't worry. Okay, I know it's all like big words.
I don't see it in my chat box.
Yeah, we don't see it. It didn't send it.
I sent it to everyone in the chat. No? Okay, never mind.
Try
Forget
sending
it.
personally.
Oh, never mind. You know what? Do you have phones with you?
No,
If you don't have your phones with you,
my parents
okay.
went out.
Okay, it's okay. Do you know how to take a screenshot on your laptop?
I don't know. Normally, randomly comes sometimes. How do
Normally.
you do?
Okay, never mind. I need to know what laptop you're using. So if you do not know how to take a screenshot, then it's okay. Never mind. Just look at this screen. I will explain I'll explain all of them one by one. Okay. Later I'll ask you when you look at the question, what are these? You can write it down as I go through as well. Okay. So the first thing you want to write down is modal verbs. So can you write down the first one, modal verbs? We'll go one by one. Okay. Okay, modal verbs. Do you see this? Okay. So write down modal verbs. Now, all of you know what a model is, right? What's a model? For maths, what's a model? Something you draw, right? You must draw something.
Yeah.
A model in a TV
diagram.
yes, a diagram. Okay, and also a model is what you do first, right? It's something that you do first. So model, like when you watch runway shows where models actually walk on TV shows, you see a model walking, cat walking. A model is someone who walks first, right? So remember model. Oh yes, Nicole, your hand's raised.
Can I type the model verbs in the chat?
Yes, sure, you can type it. You can type it as long as you all can see it later. So modal verbs are basically, remember, they come from the word, they are helping verbs. Okay, I'm going to write it down. Helping verbs. Verbs, helping. What are verbs, by the way? Who remembers? Yes, Deepa?
Verbs are actions.
Yes, action words. Can you give me an example of an action word?
Sleep.
Very good. Now, is was, are, were a verb? Was, are, is, were, are these verbs?
Yeah, there are to be verbs.
Very good. They are also verbs, okay? Because they are to be verbs. Because sometimes the sentence has no action, but is, are, were, was, were, they take on verbs as well. So helping verbs, but with what intent? Okay, they're helping words to show something, to show possibility. I will explain, don't worry. Intent. Okay, ability or necessity. Now, basically, what are these verbs? They come before the main verb. For example, may I run today? May is a modal verb. Okay, you're asking permission. May, right? Can is also a modal verb. It shows ability. I can sing. Okay, it shows ability, right? I can sing. Okay. If you're asking permission, it's also may. You say may for permission. Permission. Okay. Must. You must be in Miss Disha's class. Means compulsory, right? Must is a modal verb. Okay. It comes before the main verb. Okay. Shall, will, would. Would you like to dance? Would is a modal verb. Okay. Will, would, can, could. These are all modal verbs. Sorry?
You said something about bossy nouns last week.
Yes, bossy verbs, not nouns, bossy verbs. Yes, but this is nothing to do with bossy verbs. These are modal verbs. They are basically used as a helping, they support the main verb in the sentence by telling you specifically what are you trying to show, a possibility, an intent, and like, may I go to the toilet? Go is the main verb, right? Go is the main verb. Go is an action. May is you're asking permission, right? So will, would you like to go to the movies with me later? Okay, would. Okay, would is also a modal verb. Okay, go. Would you like to go? So go is the main verb. Would helps. Okay, I'm asking you something, right? So will, would, can, okay, should. These are all examples of modal verbs, okay? And there are many others. But for now, just know modal verbs are helping verbs that show a possibility, an ability, okay, something that's necessity, like must. Must is a necessity, right? Must. You mean you must do something, okay? Intend, okay? I will draw later. Will, intend, okay? I will do something later. Intend, my intention, okay? Possible ability, I can dance. Can means like I can do something, okay? Possibility means maybe I'm going to do it or not. So there are different kinds. That's the first one. Second one, relative pronouns. There are many kinds of pronouns. What are pronouns, by the way? Anyone knows? What pronoun will I use to substitute Deepa and Nicole? So instead of saying Deepa and Nicole, I can say they, right? They is a pronoun. But only referring to Nicole, I will say she. She is a pronoun, right? These are all subject pronouns. But what is relative pronouns? Relative pronouns are pronouns that refer to something specific, okay? It's for referring something to, they refer. What do they refer to? Examples, I'm going to give you 5 examples, okay? Like who, which, that, whose, whom. These are 5 different relative pronouns that the grammar MCQ questions like to test you on. Who refers to people, right? Which refers to? Does which refer to people? Things, right? That refers to a specific thing. So which and that, they always get confused. Which can be anything, can be multiple things. Okay, which book are you talking about, right? But that bicycle that is red, right? That means I'm talking about a specific bicycle. So that is specific. Okay, which is general. Okay, which is general, it's not specific. Okay, whose is about possessions, right? Things that you own, possessions. And then whom is in front of whom is always who you're talking. In front of whom is always the object. Behind whom is always the subject. It's always sandwiched between 2 things. Like for example, Mary, whom Nicole scolded, was my teacher. Okay, Mary is the object because Nicole is the one doing the scolding, right? Mary, whom Nicole scolded, because subject always follows the action. Nicole scolded, so Nicole is the subject. So whom is always sandwiched between these things. Don't worry if you're confused right now. Just know 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 are relative pronouns. Okay, they refer to specific people, things, and stuff like that. Okay, so that's number 2. Number 3, question tags. Now I have taught you question tags. What are question tags? Do you remember? Question tags have 2 parts, right? A statement and the question tag. It's like, for example, I'm just going to write a question. Let me see if you can tell me the answer. You haven't seen this movie, comma. You haven't seen this movie, blank, you haven't seen this movie. This statement, is it positive or negative? Who can tell me? You haven't seen this movie, positive or negative? Yes.
I know
Yes.
the sentence is negative. We have to give a positive answer.
Very good, because what word tells you is negative?
The word haven't.
Very good. Okay, it's the statement itself is negative, haven't, because this means not, right? Have not. Not means negative. So the statement itself is negative, which means the question tag here must be positive. So what's the answer? Give yourself 1 point, by the way. So what's the answer? Nicole, what's the answer? You haven't seen this movie.
Right.
Huh? Sorry? What did you say? I couldn't hear you. Sorry.
You
What did
haven't seen this movie, right?
Oh no, okay. The question tag must have two things, okay? The pronoun and the verb. Okay, so here will be what? What would the answer be? Yes, Adipa?
Have you?
Yes, you will change the haven't to a positive. Have you. You will use a pronoun. So question tag, the answer for question tag always have two parts, okay? The verb, okay, the helping verb, okay, and the you, the pronoun, okay? Cannot use just one word. So you will use the word that's negative, change it to positive, and then add you. If it's you, if it's they, it'll be they. If it's it will be Mary, it'll be she. Okay, Mary haven't seen this movie. Has she? Okay. Next example, Nico's gonna answer. It was raining that day, comma. It was raining that day. Is it positive or negative, the statement?
Positive.
Very good, because there's no not, right? Give yourself a point. So it's positive, which means the question tag must be
That.
no. Okay, if the statement is positive, the question tag must be negative or positive. It's always opposite, right? So it must be negative. So the answer will be what? It was raining. It was raining that day. Wasn't it? Because you must change the was and add the not, right? So wasn't it? Okay, because you have to use a pronoun and then you change the was, which is positive, to a negative. So wasn't it? Okay, we look at examples in the questions, don't worry. So this is question tags, okay? When there's two parts of the statement, okay, one part is the statement, one part is the question mark. Okay, this is our question tag. So when you look at the question, if it's a question tag, you can tell me later it's question tag. Okay, next one, number 4. Come on, yes. Okay, number 4 is all about tenses. For example, let's give an example, walk. Nicole, what is the present tense for walk?
Walking.
That's continuous. Walking is continuous, ing, right? So it's continuous tense. What is the present tense of walk? Walk is the present tense, right? Walk or walks. Give yourself a point for trying. Walk or walks, okay? That's present tense. What is the past tense of walk, Nicole?
Walk.
Yes, very good. Give yourself a point. What is the future tense of walk? Something you'll do in future. Future, you always use the word will or shall, right? So is
walk.
yes, very good. Will walk. Will walk or shall walk later. Okay, will walk. So will always means future. Okay, what is perfect? People always know past tense, but they do not know there is a tense beyond past tense, which means if two things are happening at the same time and one thing happened earlier, I will use the perfect tense. Perfect tense always comes with have, has, or had, right? Plus the past participle of walked. So one tense behind walked will be same thing. It's still walked. There is no change. This is one word that doesn't change, but not all the time. Okay. Some examples will change. For example, sing. Sing becomes sang, past tense, right? Singing, will sing. But the perfect tense of sing is what? What is the perfect tense of sing? Have sung, S-U-N-G. Okay, so if two things happened in the past, you want to say one thing happened before the other. For example, I had completed my homework. I had completed my homework before I went out to swim. Okay, so went out to swim is past tense. Had completed happened before I went out to swim, right? So it's had completed because it happened before the past tense. So you must use have, has, or had depending on what you're trying to say. Okay, that is tenses. Next one, number 5. Preposition comes from the word position. It tells you where something is. On the table, under the table, okay, between the table. It tells you that's where, okay. it tells you when